What up, what up, what up, what up, my peoples? All good on this side. Got the vitamins, all right? New band. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another What's a Reboard podcast. I am Reboard, just chilling, man. Lucky enough to have this weekend off, enjoying it, enjoying a bit of, uh, work is work. I've been washing dishes mostly this week, so I just take that easy one. But the hours been long. I've been putting like 10-hour days, but man, I don't give a shit, man. I'll work. Give me that bag. That money at the end is a hell of a lot more important. I ain't got no wine today, so I went in my Reese, my Momo bag, and I made this concoction. This Jameson Simply Lemonade and Boss sparkling water with lemon and cucumber. I was looking to do something with the sparkling water, and that's where it was at. Cause I had bought a case of Voss water, and it was like for $15 more you can get the sparkling get this lemon and cucumber. I didn't know it was sparkling because I don't really like lemon. I don't really like sparkling water like that. But it came with it in for like $35. I couldn't beat it. Now I'll probably end up trying to get the rest of them away to somebody. For anybody who does like sparkling water, hit me up. I'll send you the shit. Come bring it to you. It's whatever. And don't forget the water, always present. So my pop said Nature's Kool-Aid. He bought that up the other day when I went to the crib. He was like, "Oh, you be shouting out that Nature's Kool-Aid," because I used to be like, "Man, I want something to drink." He was like, "I can get some Kool-Aid for you." And I bet, let me get it. And he bring me a cup of water. I said, "What?" He said, "The Nature's Kool-Aid." But we on it. Yeah, let's get this one out of the way. The nose ring is gone. This is some bitch. I was washing my face casually, and I'm cautious of it. So I'm holding my nose to the side, so I can get the little edges or whatever. And that some bitch still fell out, and I mean all the way out. It fell out so clean I didn't even feel it. I just saw it fall into my rag as I was washing my face, and I was salty as shit. So the plan is to either get them redone the 1st of August, or just don't do it at all. It just might be a wrap for real. That's that's what it is. I'm damn near done trying. Probably be done with it. I just take the ears and that's it. I might even let them close up. Who knows? But outside of that, we doing okay. Not going through a lot. Just trying to steadily keep that peace of mind going day in and day out. Try to keep from having something, someone, bother that peace of mind. But we off that. I'm in a safe space. I mean, whatever that means. I really don't give a damn if y'all judge me, because that's what's gonna happen as a human being. If you think you're gonna live this life without being judged, you are sadly fucking mistaken, man. You gotta grow the fuck up and realize that shit. All right. Stop looking for perfection in people, because there are no perfect people. Okay? Just get what you need from them and let that just be it. It don't have to be no perfect shit. And I don't give a fuck what it is. A family member, a friend, your relationship with a significant other, it doesn't matter. Stop looking for the perfection and just enjoy who they are and why you're even letting them in your space. Boy's chilling. Boy got in his emotions the other day. Wednesday, because I worked a double shift. So I've been gone from 8 to 7. What's it, 8 to 7? 8 to 6. And I got my mom to come get my key so she could take him out. Made her take my niece because my mom don't fuck with animals like that. And Simone did some silly shit. Simone only walked him around for like a half a minute. It take about 12 minutes to get for us when we take our walks. Simone walked him for about a half a minute. For those who don't know, that's Simone in the screenshot. It's my love. I love my niece to death. But and she put the leash back in the room. So Bobo was, when I came home, Bobo was just looking at the leash. And then while as I was coming home from work, a young lady I've been talking to said she wanted to go out. So I'm like, bet shit. So I get home, I walk him, shower up, clean up, get fresh, whatever, then go out. I had only seen Bobo for 10 minutes. So when I came back home, I walked him one more time at night and I didn't see him again. He just stayed in the back. The next morning before work, I tried to take him out again. He didn't even come from under the bed. He didn't want to come out there. And if he don't want to come from under the bed, it's because he in his feelings. Because it will take it. It doesn't matter. I could knock on the door. He'll come out. I'll just say his name. He'll come out. He will hear the food bag being ruffled. He'll hear his snack bag. He will hear me pouring his water. It will take anything to get Bobo out here. So when he didn't do it, it was cool. And when I came home, luckily, he didn't pee or poop on nothing. So I got away with that one. But he forgave me. He out here, he chilling. What's up, champ? Bobo in the house. He gotta get a cut next week. Like desperately. I mean, he ain't looking bad, but to keep him from his scratch episodes, we gotta do that. As the title says, we're gonna get on the sports talk. I tried not to, and shout out to my homeboy Poe. I told him that, I thanked him for it because he was like, yeah, you mainly got a sports podcast when I was doing it last year and stuff. And I was like, you're right. So what I should do is go to the space where I could just do other episodes and talk about other stuff because I'm more than that. I don't want to pigeonhole myself if this thing happens to go somewhere. Wouldn't mind if it was just a sports channel, but I don't. Just the various opinions I don't feel like hearing, and if I was to blow up, then I don't even go to the comment section now. I only go to the one in mine because it's usually somebody I know, and it's usually something simple like my niece saying, "Oh, you got a new headband," or something of that nature. It's never. What's the name of this shit? It's never no bullshit. All right. Oh shit! I had to pop out the chat to see what's up here. Shout out to Flip, the homie in here, the shooter. I fucks with you, homie. I didn't get the hoops this time because I got him in the back. I got a bag. I ain't got a jewelry box of hoop earrings, but I got a bag on my G. I'm gonna show out one day. Because first of all, I had to make sure them shits fit. Because some of the motherfuckers was so damn small. This earring game was something I was not prepared for. We got Savad in here. Shout out to Savad. I'm not even gonna say your nickname for real, because we already know what it is. But shout out to Savad for being in here. I usually lurk in your videos for real. And we got Fresh in here. Shout out to Fresh, man. Yo, Fresh, we was at him yesterday in in that Twitch joint. Yo, man, I was hoping everybody got banned and blocked. Yo, fuck it. That's what we about, man. I do read the comments, Fresh, because it's only about 2 or 3 of them. It's usually my niece, my pops, are one of the homies. And I usually respond, give you the laugh jump, because I'm usually laughing anyway. Hood fade. Oh, damn, OG in here. Damn. All right, that's what's up. But yeah, we're gonna do the sports talk shit today, man. Just to I ain't talked about that shit in a minute, not for real. And this used to be like what the main channel was about for a while. And I would sneak in other topics every now and again. But I just wanted to, expound and try some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we always need the grave to stomp on. And y'all going to give us the material to stomp on these graves. Stomping on graves out here is dancing on people who may have got blocked or banned on all platforms. And that's just what we do, man. We know y'all going to fuck up sooner or later because you're fucking weirdos. We see you weirdos from the giddy up, and we just waiting for this shit to happen. It's inevitable. Her fave, I've been good, man. Just chilling, man. Just try to get out of my head a couple of times, man. Because for those who don't know, I've been diagnosed by a doctor, manic depressive, and bipolar disorder. So mainly, it's just day to day. Just you only can live one day at a time, any fucking way. So just trying to make that day as peaceful as fucking possible. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, this mix is hitting. Yo, I'm sorry, man. If y'all ask for that, it'd be fucked up to use something as good as like Boss water. sparkling water for something that's, you know, making like a cocktail and shit. But this shit is it. I ain't got no wine today because I just didn't go to the store and get none, man. That's it. That's just what it is. I'm gonna be looking at my phone this episode because just to get, you know, the stories and stuff like that to talk about. So if you catch me looking down, I'm looking at the phone to, you know, just to see the headline or whatever. So what I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, man, the days is all yeah, man, yeah. The days is always gonna be good as long as I got my peoples up here. Yo, man, Slide, you an idiot, man. Don't come in here with that shit, man. Oh shit. My homeboy, he on that bullshit already, man. No, man. It shouldn't be too many hot takes. I just play it for what it is. But let's go ahead and get it started. First of all, we're gonna start with the most least popular shit, that baseball. Because you know this is gonna be the most this is gonna be the fastest part of the sports talk. Don't really watch baseball as much as I used to. I try to catch it every now and again. You know how bad baseball has gotten in popularity? They literally have free games on YouTube. Not YouTube TV, YouTube for free. I don't think there's no other league doing that shit. NBA has the box score that you can see, and I don't even think the NFL got that. So for baseball, y'all, they hurting if they got full games. Shit, not even the Euro League, the football leagues, not even the soccer leagues do that shit for real. But what happened? It was All-Star weekend last week. Well, All-Star week, since they don't do shit on the weekend. The home run derby was cool. Everybody, T-Mobile gate. How the fuck you know that? You don't watch baseball, nigga. But that's MLB TV, right? That's not on Tube or nothing like that. And so look, they gave this shit out a year for free. They struggling. That's why they just finding whoever they can find to be the stars. Oh, it's Tease. All right, you said can we talk to you right now? That's why I was confused. That's my homie Tease right there. All right. Yeah, they monetizing. Yo, I watched, who was it? The Blue Jays and somebody else. I can't remember. But I watched the game like a week or two ago. I said, damn, the whole thing on Tube, MLB Network and all that shit. Ooh, that mean the sales from the show, were they down this year? I don't know. But All-Star week was here. They was hyping up Ohtani to win the home run derby, and Pete Alonso pulled it out again. This is the second time, because they hyped up Vlad the year before, and Alonso took him out. Vlad Jr. had a good first round, and the second one, he had a good one the first round, and the second round, Alonso took over the chip. Yeah, you can tell they trying to get Ohtani up there, and he deserves it. Be able to pitch and hit home runs. They really haven't seen this shit before, and they haven't really tried it. Because if I can recall, I want to say Dave Winfield was yeah, I'm gonna get to that one, Tease. Dave Winfield was drafted as a pitcher, but I don't think he ever pitched in the majors. Matter of fact, Dave Winfield got drafted in 4 drafts: MLB, ABA, NBA, and NFL. And shit, he ain't play football. Well, for those who don't know, back then when it was 30 rounds in each draft for each sport, if you was known as an athlete, even back in high school, they'd pick you up because there was a couple. Michael Vick got drafted in baseball, and they got like 30 rounds. So, but the home run derby was cool. Shout out Pete Alonso for winning it again, carrying the crown. The game was all right. Vlad Jr. was MVP. That 468 he hit was real. He had one of them no doubter home runs that be on like MLB The Show, where that shit everybody knew it was gone. All they did was just turn around as soon as he hit it. Ain't nobody run after that shit. They knew what it was. And they had he had a glove that was real sauce. He had a glove, and they had a picture of him and his pops when he was a real little dude on the back of it. And I thought that was real cool. I fucked with it. But the real shit that's going on is Stephen A. Smith with them dumbass comments talking about Ohtani can't be the face of the league because he need a translator. At this point, we shouldn't be shocked when Stephen A. says some dumb shit, because he consistently says dumb shit. That he's built a career off that shit pretty much. hashtags and calling people sorry and shit like that, and saying dumbass shit. He say dumbass shit. Talking about you don't want to see me in the arena, man. Get your ass whipped by a basketball player. And what will make him say something like simple like that? That makes it fucked up because he's supposed to be a sports guy. So you didn't realize when Ichiro was in the league how they just boosted him up. He was never the guy because it was a lot during that time and he wasn't no home run hitter. But Ichiro was popular his whole career. He was getting curtain calls and everything that last year. Ichiro was one of my favorite baseball players. They was putting him on the cover of ESPN, the magazine, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, yo, man, Stephen A. Man, shut the fuck up. For real. If you ain't gonna stop, man. Think you one of them people who need to think before they speak. And you got enough room with all that fucking forehead. And then Yao Ming. They made Yao Ming the face of the league even before he played the game. And he needed a translator. His English wasn't that good. Remember his first commercial? Was it American Express? Where they had Yogi Berra and that fine ass Vita Guerrera in there, and he wanted to say nothing but yo and yow, and that was it. Come on, man. I'm trying to act, man. It really don't matter, man. The game speaks for itself. All right. If you popular, you popular. Shit, that's just all it is. You don't have to. Luckily, you in America, but you don't have to speak the language to get it in. With his goofy ass. Yo, I was on ESPN on my phone, and the headline read 4 Yankees caught positive. I swear to God, I thought it was steroids, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to click the story to make sure. I thought it was roids, because if anybody gonna get caught, it would be them. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are giant motherfuckers. All right. These dudes are the size of NFL defensive ends. And they out there crushing the shit out of the baseball. So once I saw that positive, I was like, all right, somebody finally got caught. But it was COVID, you know. I think they might have had to reschedule a game or something like that. Fuck going on? The numbers starting to spike up again. California went to all mask again. I should have combed my beard. This shit nappy. What was the other shit? So people got shot outside the Nationals game the other day. That was real. That was real weird. I ain't look at the story. I just saw the headline, but the fuck is going on at national games? Golly. I mean, it is DC. DC is real. Baltimore right not that far from it. Hey. You would have thought it would have happened somewhere else with, you know, if it was some bullshit going on. But I don't know. I'll keep up with it as, you know, the story transpires and continues. The homie Acuna Jr. got hurt. I mean, the Braves won't playing up to snuff any damn way, so it won't like they won't gonna win the World Series. But you hate to see a young superstar like that get hurt, you know. Even for me who doesn't watch baseball like that, I know he's good as shit, and I hate to see him get hurt. Ooh. Matter of fact, who in the standings and shit? Who doing good? Let's check it right quick. Since we here, Ghetto Pod, baby. You know what it is. That's the only one I'm gonna drink. Y'all ain't gonna fuck around and have me drunk. I'd be fucked up if I was drunk. That should be hysterical, nigga. Live in infamy, nigga. A drunk podcast. Nigga be smacked up here. Just done. I really ain't nobody really like taking over and nothing like that. Oh, okay. It's real tight in the race, man. This looks like this gonna take a whole lot. It's gonna take a lot of effort going on. Me and Poe was talking. Ready play with Tony. Rogers too much. Let me answer this question from Tees right quick. He said settle something for him. Talking about Brady playing on that torn MCL all last season. I don't believe it. I really don't. And if it did happen, come on now. That shit's shady. That shit's shadier than a motherfucker. A torn MCL and football? Shit. I would need some type of proof. No. Because that's tough money. And can I compare Rodgers to Marino? Kind of. Their careers kind of really do mirror each other. I cannot lie to you because they both were like just excellent quarterbacks. They physically and mentally, they really don't have that many weaknesses. And they really were at two organizations where higher ups just didn't seem to bother to make the team any better. Because Miami, you figure this, the Dolphins had Mark Clayton and Mark Duper. That's the only weapons that most of us can even recall during Marino's career. And what's his name? Rodgers got Devontae Adams and what was it? Greg Jennings, and I want to say it was one more. But when they left Green Bay, they really weren't as good or as effective, and definitely won't be no Pro Bowlers still. But yeah, and both organizations really just don't. Because if you think about it, when you think about Brady and the weapons he has right now, just at Tampa Bay, Antonio Brown, good one. Is a good one. I can't remember the other guy's name. Is a good one. The other wide receiver they had is good. Mike Evans, Scotty Miller's decent. You got Gronk. You have OJ Howard. OJ Howard, Gronk. 6 weapons. And that's just on the team he played with this year. That's more weapons than you can mention for Rodgers. Same thing with Marino. You figure a Super Bowl year for Joe Montana, he had Brent Jones, Pro Bowler, John Taylor, Pro Bowler, Jerry Rice, Tom Rathman, and Roger Craig. Even though Craig and Rathman were in the backfield, they were real essential to the receiving game and the short passing game in the West Coast offense. That's 5 weapons I just gave you. 5. Mark Clayton, Mark Duper. So that's just the way it is. So if your owner has the money, he has to stop giving a fuck about that penny pinching, because if you winning, you're gonna make some bread. People are gonna be interested. They're gonna want to come see you. It even gives you bread and residuals for the next couple of years. Do you know how long Tampa Bay was living off that Tampa 2? People were still giving a fuck about them even when players were leaving. Same thing with the Patriots. People are still going to give a fuck about the Patriots for the next couple of years. It takes a while to fade into obscurity once you've already been good. So, yeah, their careers mirror. And Marino might have had the least amount of options among the superstar quarterback. And just check the numbers. He was putting up ridiculous numbers in a league that really wasn't as forward thinking in the passing game in the rules as it is now. I'm pretty sure he put up stupid numbers now, for real. And he wouldn't even need that much. You figure somebody like Deshaun Watson only had Hopkins, still put up stupid ass numbers. So you put Marino on Cincinnati a couple years ago instead of Andy Dalton, him and AJ Green. Who knows? So that's what that one is. Speaking of A-Rod, he done. He's so tired of the brass at the Packers, who I don't know what the situation is. I want to say the people of the state of Wisconsin owns the team. So I don't know. But they've never been about bringing talent outside of the draft. Man, did you see that statistic? It was during the draft where they haven't drafted nobody on offense in the first round since Javon Walker. You know how long ago that was, nigga? Javon Walker from Florida State. I was still in school then. Shit. Said, God dang, come on, man. Look out for the home. Because they're being cheap. And I guess they just figuring as long as we can put anybody on the offense. We got Equanimeous St. Brown getting us 5 touchdowns. So we can put anybody on the offense. If we just get this defense right, we'll be cool. No, that ain't the case. No. You gotta feed your superstars, man. You really do, because it's just not it's not a feasible thing to do. He'll flip stink. It's just not gonna fucking work. It's trash. And that goes for a lot of teams. A lot of teams are not gonna put that money out there to make it happen. Even before Deshaun Watson got in trouble, that owner didn't give a fuck. And he wasn't going to. Once he got rid of Hopkins, you should have already knew what it was. So that's what that is. Oh well. Shit. You better find a way to get the fuck out of there. Because you gotta, like Brady. Brady already knew he wasn't gonna be able to win like he wanted to, continuing on this path. He was like, I can't keep making sugar out of shit all the damn time. Shit. Richard Sherman was out here wilding. I don't know if y'all saw the video. That shit got out of hand. I don't know what happened. I, just wish the best for the homie. I ain't wishing no ill will. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But I will say he was wilding. Ooh. Shout out to college football. Finally got rid of that bullshit, man. And let them kids get that bag, man. Like, holy shit. It took long enough. Like, that shit was just trash. They went up there. What up, Tudor? That's just trash. Like, and they kept trying to act. You're not gonna sit here and try to act like you the moral compass when you blatantly robbing people. And I think a couple of people deserve an apology. Before I get to that, let me ask T's questions. As his who will be the best starter this year for quarterback? If they smart, just go with Fields. Just go with Fields. Just put him out there. Don't even try to risk it. If I keep the rules simple when it comes to the QB. You either throw him to the wolves like Peyton Manning, or you let his ass sit down like Aaron Rodgers. And you let him sit that whole year. Just let him sit. Don't bring him in there when times get tough, because that's the purpose of it. You drafted him because times was already fucking tough. That's why you're in the first round getting a quarterback, because shit is already bad. So let him just sit behind a veteran so he can learn how to do this shit on a day-to-day basis. I'll throw his ass to the wolves. Ain't no fucking in between. And if you get a quarterback, invest in your quarterback. Invest in making him better. Get him a line. He can't throw touchdowns looking at the sky half the goddamn game. Get him a running game. It shouldn't all have to fall on his shoulders. When you pick a wide receiver, you need a deep threat. You need somebody with sure hands. You need the tight end. You need a safety valve. All this shit has to be looked for. And the Bears have a decent offense. They could make this work. So for me personally, I would just throw them out there. It's your best bet. Who y'all got? Foles, and who y'all got? Somebody, another man. Fuck it. It don't even matter who y'all got. Throw Fields out there. Throw his ass to the wolves and let him get this shit popping. Because let's just be honest. He plays Detroit twice a year. Green Bay without A-Rod. And who's the other team? The Vikings with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. So you good. And he don't have to do a whole lot because the defense is nice. So I'm not expecting him to be like Trent Dilfer and just don't fuck up so we can get these wins, because Justin Fields is a talented QB who can make this shit happen. Which the Texans not gonna do that. The owner don't give a fuck. When he let Bill O'Brien in charge that long, and Bill O'Brien was letting his emotions take charge of his decisions, that was it. When he was just getting rid of people just on some fuck it. And when the owner said the inmates are running the asylum, that's enough for me. I would have asked for my release. I bid you a good deal. It's over. I'm not doing that shit. Shit, my team do this. My squad do the same shit. The Raiders, big trash. Big trash. I was talking to this about the homie maybe a month ago. A good first round draft pick, a good one. We ain't had one in the short, man. It's been a while. The year we had 3, we don't even know. Shit. The Vikings can be a threat, but not with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, tease. The defense is going to be good because Mike Zimmer is a defensive guy. Like, he's a defensive mind. He's going to make sure he do what he got to do. And sometimes, like I said, the owners don't be giving a fuck. and then got rid of a couple of his weapons, so the defense can't be as effective. But that offense, if Dalvin Cook ain't out there, they ain't doing shit. Stop believing in Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry, Vikings fans, it just ain't it. When does training camp start? What is 2 preseason games? I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch football. I ain't gonna lie, I be missing football. Sometimes I'll watch like a 30 for 30, or maybe I'll watch an old game, just to get, my druthers. Because I fucked around and played. I don't know, like I said, I got the Madden beta. I don't know how. And that shit was playable. I don't have a problem playing that. Playable is fine to me. Because I know I can sit down and enjoy the shit without any issues, without any problems. I don't take my ass online like that. If you playing online, you better than me. Speaking of somebody that's better, somebody like Flip is a sweat, like the epitome of a sweat. He hits all the threes in 2K. He got a 10 on his KD. Like, he a sweat. Flip so good, I don't play, and I much rather watch him. Like how the kids be watching people play with toys and shit like that on YouTube. I won't play a game if I know he out there streaming, because I much rather watch him be successful at the shit than watch my mediocre play. I'm still sitting around here with that goddamn 1.5 KD and shit. It would probably be higher if I played with the homies, but yeah, Paul, I spoke on that, man. I don't technically believe it for real, because that's a knee, and I don't know, that stone cold knee brace holds your knee together like that. I would like to, let me get a picture. Do they have a picture of it being torn before the season started? And who recalls if he even got hit? Who knows? Maybe you can do shit like that when your name's Tom Terrific and all that other shit. But you can do shit of that nature when you're not gonna get hit. Flip out here with these damn ideas and shit. Flip wildin'. I just complimented you, nigga. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't get the hoops in, man. I was lazy as shit, man. I just put these shits in, man. But I guarantee you, next episode, I'm gonna have the hoops in for you, Flip. And I'll talk to you personally about that other comment you made, because I don't know nothing about that shit. But Tease, you calling bull on that? I ain't gonna say you too far fetched with that, man. I kind of believe you, because that's an MCL, my nigga. That's a lot. If Kawhi sat out because of one of them shits, and that's basketball, it ain't nearly as physical as football. Now a lot of these shits deal with legs, but the whole season on the torn MCL, like that shit don't deteriorate over time or nothing like that. There's just too many questions. So either way, it goes either way. Either it's bullshit or it just adds to the legend of Tom Terrific. That's just what it is, man. And after winning the bowl last year, I will state again. As long as he around, I don't bet against him. It just ain't gonna happen. Would y'all mind if I went through a couple of these top 10s that ESPN have been releasing all week by position on football? I think we could I think we can have a nice time watching discussing this shit. We ain't got to go through the whole 10, but let's just go through the 5. Do y'all have a position that would y'all would like for me to look over and we can maybe discuss or something in that field? Because I got it. I just realized my homie Paul told me ESPN Plus is not just for the just watch the 30 for 30s, nigga. He said you can use the shit on the website too. And I said, well, I'll be damned. I've been paying for this shit for a year. How about that? And that bundle is sauce with the Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and the Hulu. You better go ahead and spend that $14 shit. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Shit, ain't nobody saying nothing. So let me just let's go with the edge rushers, starting from 5th. They got Chandler Jones at the 5th best edge rusher. I can't argue that. He's been pretty good. Wasn't he hurt last year? Yeah. Yeah, so we don't know. When he comes back, it's a little different with some of these injuries and stuff. Fourth is Khalil Mack. He always gonna be a threat. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He always gonna make it happen. I say this with salt induced thoughts because you just don't give up no big time edge rusher like this. You don't, man. You don't give up the big edge rusher like this, man. Especially on this line. Just think about it. Just think about if Denver had got rid of Von Miller. And in this day and age, an edge rusher just holds as much value as some other positions. Cam was the MVP. He looked like stir-fried shit against Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. So yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be salt because my team just don't. We just make horrible decisions. But I'm gonna move on. Joey Bosa is third. Wasn't he hurt last year too? I don't know. I'll put Khalil Mack in front of him. Yeah, Bosa's cool, but Bosa he kind of injury prone for at this point. But I do respect him. I would have put him fourth. Yeah. Let me check this top 10 list right quick. Because if I see a name up here, and Poe, you know exactly who I'm talking about. If I see this nigga name up here, boy. Oh, all right. He ain't on none of that shit. All right. He ain't on the list. He ain't even getting no votes. I'm talking about that mediocre ass. What the fuck is his name? Jadeveon Clowney. Enough is enough, my nigga. I don't want to hear no more shit about him. Let it go. You had a big hit, man. Okay. Big hits happen every week, my nigga. We need something. You ain't gonna keep telling me how good this nigga is and he ain't got no double-digit sacks. But I'm gonna just keep going. Number 2 is TJ Watt. Shout out to TJ Watt, man. Way to get from out of your brother's shadow and make it happen. But I figured he was gonna be all right because Pittsburgh they always get players that play to their system and make it work. Because like even back with Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd, James Harrison, they're gonna always find an edge rusher, just like they're gonna always find a decent running back. And I think Najee gonna be fine over there. They just always find good players, and that's just what it is. The only issue is they just don't like to fork out money to anybody other than the quarterback. Here's pussy touching ass. This nigga. But shout out to TJ Watt, man. I respect that. Number 1, Myles Garrett. I give you that. He has become like the best, probably perennial, the standard right now. Since some of the older guys have gotten hurt and their production has dipped a little. Myles Garrett, yeah. I give y'all that one. How come they got this shit? All right, cool. Who's next? Let me look at corners, because corners is tough money. And in this league, this NFL nowadays, where you can't really put no hands on them and stuff like that, because they used to beat the shit out of wide receivers at the line of scrimmage coming up. so it's a whole new ball game now. So if you're a good corner nowadays, that means you're really a good corner. Okay, number 5, Tre'Davious White. I give you that. I do like that. He been balling, doing his thing, and I respect it. Buffalo got a formidable offense. If Buffalo can just get over that hump, I think it's, they're growing as a team and they're learning how to win games. Because you got to remember, they were sorry as shit that long ago. And Josh Allen was trash too. I will put it up. I was wrong. I really didn't see it from him, but I respect that he went out there, did what he had to do, learned his position, worked at his craft, and got better. Stephon Diggs coming to the team. It was a big help too. How about that? Minnesota can't be no threat if they willing to let Pro Bowl weapons go. Thielen and Jefferson is nice, but so is making the playoffs. 4, Stephon Gilmore. Y'all should have had Gilmore at 5. He ain't played last year. You can't be 4 and up. Damn near top 5 if you was hurt last year. He really ain't get to do shit. He's still a hell of a corner though. Respect. 3, Xavier Howard. Didn't he lead the league in picks last year? He had a good jump, but he playing for a good defense. Miami has a very good defense. Very sneaky good defense. If you're not paying attention, Miami defense is like that. Yeah, if you get a chance to watch. Some people might not give a fuck if it ain't their team. They really ain't gonna watch shit. They don't give a fuck. Man, I don't give a fuck about no Dolphins. Sound like Pops, man. My Pops is from Miami, and he wasn't a Dolphins fan because he said Don Shula was a racist, and he just didn't like how they did shit. And he used to like scrape together bottle caps and stuff like that and nickels just so they could go watch Joe Namath beat the Dolphins. So 2 is Marlon Humphrey. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he is good. And with Marcus Peters, I think Emar Marshall as the 3rd. Yeah, they don't get TV burn. No, the Dolphins don't get TV burn because they don't have nothing nobody want to see as far as NFL brass. If you ain't got no offensive player that's like thoroughly dominant that they want to show like that, or defensive, like, you know, the 10 sack guy or the 150 tackle linebacker, the playmaking safety in the box, crushing people's safety, shutdown corner, which kind of don't really exist like that every, you know, for a whole season. This game in, game out type of shutdown. They don't have no superstars, so they ain't gonna get no burn for real. But as a football fan, I like to see that good team defense that they have. It's just something to watch. And in this day and age, I hate to be the old nigga, but you can watch any game. So we not that old in here where we just stuck on cable. We have other options. All right. I got sites on deck. Some of y'all already know that I'm gonna find a way to watch this shit for free. Or you could just peep. I mean, Red Zone really ain't that good for defense. It's just highlights. Cause that's why I usually put Red Zone on my laptop and I'll watch a game I want to watch on the TV. You know, just so I can keep up with the other shit. But yeah. Who was Marlon Humphrey? Great corner. Good corner. He stole the peanut punch from Charles Tillman, and I saw him force a lot of fumbles last year. Yeah, I don't know how many, but I definitely seen the peanut punch working for him. And Baltimore has a good ass defense too. And number 1 is Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey be putting in that work. It helps a lot that he got probably one of the best defenders in the league up front with Aaron Donald. But yeah, I can see it. He do his thing still. Has anybody else noticed? And don't take this the wrong way. He don't come off as moist as he used to. Remember when he got into that thing with Steve Smith? And you an old man acting like that. Like, you remember that moist ass interview that he had? You know, he don't seem. I'm sorry, I kicked this shit out of the table laughing. And he don't seem to be like that no more. Like, he just, you know, he kind of like chilled off of that. He just. AJ Grant said, "Don't touch me." Like, I'm sorry. I'm at the table like shit. I'm moving this shit in front of this camera. He don't seem like he like that no more, man. But that's shout out to him as the what, man. Y'all got any other positions I want to discuss? Because I ain't gonna go over all of them. Shit. I definitely ain't gonna do all of them. Y'all stop turning away and looking at other shit. Like, man, I don't give a fuck who they got at running back, man. It ain't like people give a fuck about running backs in this NFL today anyway. Let's be real. All right, let's go wide outs, man. Number 5 is the no touchdown man himself, Julio Jones. Julio Jones is a good wide receiver. A great wide receiver. But he don't be scoring no touchdowns like that. If you look at all the great wide receivers up until that point and all the great wide receivers during this time, I'm sorry, that's just a standard for me. 10 touchdowns is something that you should have as a wide receiver if you're a superstar wide receiver. All right. Why he don't be getting these jump balls in the end zone like that? at 6'4", 230 and shit like that, he should definitely be getting these jump balls in the red. It's probably why the Falcons been sorry as shit. Nigga, if I'm in the red zone, oh, he gonna get a jump ball. Damn near the first play every time. We get it, nigga. So, so that's just what that is. And for them not to try that shit all the time, man, I don't know. But yeah, that's good receiver. But man, I need you to get them touchdowns. For is Tyreek Hill, you can't, man. It's hard to keep somebody for out the end zone when you can't never see him. Them motherfucking DBs look like NASCAR. They just be watching them round. What happened on that play? I never saw him, coach. I never saw him. Yeah, man, can't keep up with this dude. But yeah, it will always be a threat, and the fact that he has a quarterback that can get it to him will always. They always just going. That's just going to always work. 3 is Stephon Diggs. Kind of like it. Kind of would rather him be number 2, but I respect it. He went in there and changed that whole culture at Buffalo. And made them believe that they were better than what they already were, and they're out there proving it. Going to be a threat this year. I can only see this team getting better if they can keep the key pieces there. 2, DeAndre Hopkins. Hey man, he get funky. I don't give a fuck who the quarterback, because we saw him do it with the shitty ones in Houston, and we just seen him. We just seen him make sugar out of shit for a long time, man. Just hey, that's just who he is, man. He does it. He makes it happen. Number 1 is Davante Adams. He wasn't the first round pick. So for those who think he is a good weapon for A-Rod. And he runs hella 5 routes. Like he be getting it. Like sometimes when you watch wide receivers, it's not really the routes they running. It's more like their athleticism. They're faster. They can jump high. A little bit more physical. It's mostly like the physical aspect of it and their athleticism that's shining through. With him, it'd be that proper footwork. He be out there bopping them like some Kyrie shit. Like he planting his feet in the right spots. He making the go in the right direction. He giving good feints and good fakes and stuff like that. You can tell when you watching Davante Adams that he doing this thing. Like I can't disagree with that. Y'all still ain't gave me no more damn positions that y'all want to do. So let's just go on here with the quarterback shit to finish this portion off, and we'll probably slide into that college thing. 5 is Josh Allen. I'm not mad at that. That's not much of a disagreement for that. I respect that. He came out there and balled. You get the ball to your superstar, Stephon Diggs, and when all else fails, you find your safety valve in Cole Beasley. That's just what it is. You do what the fuck you supposed to do. 4 is Russell Wilson. I respect that too, because DK Metcalf is good, but he will drop an easy pass like a motherfucker, boy. He will drop them easy ones for sure. And I watched enough games to know he doesn't really have those reliable hands. But he got some decent weapons between him and Lockett. But that line trash. They can't keep him upright to save their lives. It's disgusting to watch how bad Seattle's line is. And I know they're not gonna put nothing into it. I don't see it. I don't think it's gonna happen. Damn, number 3 is Tom Terrific. Damn. I mean, I just I don't know what to tell you. He should be number 1 for real, because shit, he just won. He do what he's supposed to do. I couldn't tell you nothing else, man. It's Tom Terrific, man. Number 2 is A-Rod. I'll give you that. He still had a good year. A-Rod is one of them few quarterbacks, and if you don't believe me, look. He puts the ball exactly where he wants to. Those situations where you can only put it where your guy can get the ball. he does that shit masterfully. Like he throws balls that DBs just cannot cover. He throws passes that they can't get a hand on it. They can't disrupt it. And it's amazing to watch. Now, Green Bay don't give a fuck about him, so it is what it is. So. But I think Tom should have been number one. And number one is Patrick Mahomes, Kermit the quarterback. I call him that because that nigga does sound like Kermit the Frog. I can't. There's no arguing him either. It's no arguing that. I ain't mad at it. Guy has a hell of an arm. He makes shit happen. He's some of the throws he makes are so amazing. They look for other people to do it. If you can do them, run. You can run and throw or dive and all types of shit like that. Because that's how Zach Wilson made himself to the second pick. Not by shit that he did on the field. All that shit at the combine with them ridiculous throws that he ain't completing them shits. I'll be honest with you. Now, if he does, I'll eat that humble pie like Josh Allen, but I don't think that shit gonna happen. And only Patrick Mahomes, he throw passes that you've only seen him throw and him make. It's not built for everybody to do the same thing. But Kermit is on point. He went to the right coach, the right team. Kansas City gonna do whatever they can to keep that moving. And they're gonna be whooping our ass again. So that's what it is on the NFL realm. Let me shout out who else is it out there? I be losing numbers like shit. All right. Shout out to college sports for getting that jump. If y'all saw, they done released a couple billboards, like a defensive player at Jackson State. Mission Barbecue is sponsoring, I want to say, Wisconsin offensive lineman. Like it's just good to see them get that bag. Miami's quarterback and Florida State's quarterback got the jump where this company is going to be setting up for them to do signings and autograph signings and stuff like that, meet and greets and interviews and stuff like that they already getting paid for. A tech company is paying Master P's son. I'm gonna go ahead and say his name because it stinks. Hersey. That nigga, yo, man, come on. Yo, Master P, a great business mind and entrepreneur, man. But you can't be in love with your name so much that you just passing this shit on to all the rest. How did you go from Romeo, which is a decent name for a boy, to Hersey? And let's not forget, for those who don't know, his youngest son is named Mercy. Stop the madness, Master P. Give these boys these names, man, that they have some respectable names, all right? Well, he signed a 7-figure deal with a tech company. And I want to say Pops might have had to do something because he's going to Tennessee State. And he had, like, bigger schools looking at him. The owner of Top Team. In the Top Team? Yeah. American Top Team gym in the MMA field. They went out there and said they're going to give $500 a year to any Miami player that supports American Top Team. That's crazy. Miami might be able to buy their way into being back. We can finally keep recruits in there. And I saw that shit just to offset, just to take a detour 1 second. It was on Rivals.com, a site that I frequent a lot. It was saying excuses fan bases makes for their teams. And the one for Miami was, we need to go outside of Miami. No, we don't. All the talent is the Miami, Broward County area. Everything we need is right there. We may have to go and somewhere else to get other players because, some of the other players that Miami shined with weren't from the set. Dorsey was from California. Kellen Winslow, this fuck nigga. He was from Colorado. What was the other boy named? Calais Campbell was from Colorado. Ed Reed was from New Orleans and stuff like that. DJ Williams was from California. So we be needing that. But Hess, Buchanan, Entree Roll, Portis, Frank Gore, McGahee from the set. We got to keep that shit there to make it happen. If you think Miami gonna win without supporting the crib, you got your monkey ass mind, man. Get the fuck out of here. But who else getting the bag? I knew this was gonna happen. Kayvon Thibodeau signed an exclusive deal with Nike. For those who don't know, Phil Knight, the owner and everything, the absolute head of Nike, is an Oregon alum. And that's why Oregon stays with crazy facilities, the jerseys, all that shit. I was waiting on him to sign it. I was like, as soon if there's a if there's a player on the team with any potential, star potential, I knew what it was. And Kayvon probably will go top 5 next year. He's that good for defense, and I get it. I don't think this will be no clowny shit. Somebody else was out here getting bags too. Okay, so that was Notre Dame, Arkansas, and Wisconsin who got who got barbecue deals. Homies out here pushing barbecue, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about, man. Get this bag, man. It's available now, man. And like I said earlier, man, it's a couple of schools that need to apologize. SMU need to apologize. SMU need to apologize. And the NCAA for giving them niggas the death penalty and for them abandoning everybody that was there and all that shit. Michigan, preferably your basketball team. The way y'all did the Fab Five when they got caught, and y'all try to act, boy, they try to act like them kids couldn't get no money. If you seen the documentary, the Fab Five documentary, the sales for Michigan and merchandise jumps. I'm getting ready to get mad because that was bullshit. And for y'all to get them motherfucking banners out of there. That's why I'm glad Reggie Bush said what he said. Give me back my motherfucking Heisman, man. And put my records back in there. I got a little something on Reggie a little bit. But give me my shit back. For real. Because it was bullshit in the first place. I'm so glad this shit done with. I ain't gonna speak on it as far as video games go, but I am gonna look forward to it. I mean, shit. They may not be good coming from EA or 2K, but we'll at least give them a run. But what did the homie put in there? The homie put like a good joint in there. Let me see, because my homie Prince put something in the group me. Most electrifying college football players. One was Reggie Bush. Yeah, he was must-see TV. I'll give him that. 2 was Vic. We all saw it. Boy, that Vic shit was so real. They were showing the national championship game at the movie theaters down here. Number 3 was Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was fucking good, but electrifying, I can't say he was more electrifying than a Ron Dane or Ricky Williams, or it was just running backs that were Bo or fucking what's the other dude name? Herschel Walker. Shit, McGahee. Shit. There was a lot of motherfuckers out here who were excited and doing a lot of shit. Vince Young, I think Vince Young should have been 3rd because the sad part was people didn't get to see it until the national championship game. If you go back the year before, where they only lost that one game, man, Vince Young in the Texas Longhorns uniform was something to fucking marvel. It damn near rivaled Vic. Damn near. It was that close. Number 5 was Charles Woodson. I will say that there was some other players that were a little bit more electrifying, especially in the quarterback position. But he needs to be on this list because let's just put it this way. For those who don't think that he shouldn't have got that Heisman because he was on defense and he wasn't doing all that shit, he beat Randy Moss and Peyton Manning. Now, you know it was mostly white people in the writers voting, okay? So we being real right now. They much rather had given the award to Charles Woodson than Peyton Manning. So sit here and try to tell me he ain't deserve that shit. Number 6 was Johnny Manziel. I will give Johnny football that. He was must-see TV and during his 2 years. Yeah, he was like that. He was very entertaining. I give him that. Probably would have put him over Woodson. Now I give Vince Young the nod over him because Vince Young was exciting. He was doing a lot more winning. Number 7, Lamar Jackson. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I'll put him behind Johnny. 8 was Devin Hester. He was electrifying, but were y'all really checking for homie? Let's be honest. Were y'all checking Miami highlights hoping that y'all would see Devin Hester? Let's just be real, all right? Because he was good, but that was just as a returner and shit like that. 9, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. I don't know. He might have to be higher than 9. He might be, because he was taking over games from the defensive position, like literally taking over games, forcing fumbles, getting interceptions, proper tackles, even on special teams. He was doing shit. I ain't gonna lie. Until he got suspended that year, every week he was doing some shit that was changing the game, literally. And he still do, not as much, but he still do the shit in the league. The Raiders missed signing this nigga. Ain't gonna do it. And 10 was Ted Ginn Jr. Nope. I ain't even. Nope. We ain't even gonna tell them lies. Hell no. Ted Ginn good, fast as all hell. He smoked my boy De Niro at the pen relays back when we was in high school. De Niro said all I saw was the bottom of his feet as soon as he took off. But no, my homie Paul mentioned it. Peter Ward. We was tuning in them Florida State games to watch Peter Ward, and this is a Miami fan telling. Randy Moss had us watching Marshall games. Let's be real. Nothing against Theodore Ginn Jr. Shit, Percy Harvin. And that's just not biased because he's from the crib. I mean, that's real shit. Yeah, should be a little bit, a little something different. Y'all need to mix that shit up. And don't make everything before. Well, how you going to have everybody after 2000 except Vic? If it says since 2000, I can understand that. But that shit said of all time. And you're just missing out on players. But I'm pretty sure I can bring an old head in here that can bring players that were electrifying and got the stats to prove it. So, shit, somebody old school like Earl Campbell. We saw the NFL highlights. So I know motherfuckers in college won't doing shit with them. Knew that shit won't happening. NHL, the least one. That's all I got. Shout out to Kucherov for 30 points consecutively in the playoff or something like that. He did something that was amazing. But I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I don't know. I don't know a damn thing. I don't know a damn thing. I can't even be into baseball like that like I used to. Slide, you better help. Black son bitch. Hey, all right, we just gonna go ahead and get into this NBA, Jane. We gonna start from scratch like they said in Martin. Philly, let's go ahead since they was the number 1 seed. Philly, come on, man. We can't keep coddling Ben Simmons like this, man. We can't keep coddling him. And when we say he's not doing it, we talking about in the NBA realm, okay? We ain't talking about against us. Don't be fucking stupid. A lot of people take this shit a little too goddamn personal, and then they like to throw shit your way to make themselves feel good. You be like, man, Ben Simmons, man, he got to step his scoring up. You couldn't stop him. Well, bitch, he ain't playing me. He playing these other professionals, all right? Fucking not talking about me. Of course he beat my ass in basketball. Man, shut the fuck up and get fucking real. We talking about in the realm of his field. It's only been 5,000 people that play basketball. That's a high school class in most parts of this country, all right? So we know what the fuck I meant. And he got to step it up. Everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do. As far as Embiid, Steph Curry stepped his game up big time. Big time. He stepped it up. Embiid was doing his thing. He had a hiccup every now and again. Tobias Harris, they need you to step up too, fam. Because you should have been the number 2 option. But with your inconsistencies with the shots and with getting these buckets, you kind of put the team in a conundrum, my nigga. You trying to make force Ben to score, and we all know that. I already knew what it was. I'm not saying I didn't think Ben was good, because I knew he was a hell of a player all the way back from the Mount Verde days. But it was something that was a little off, that he couldn't lead LSU to the tournament. Most of us have seen one of Dunn's do shit. Durant led his team to the jump. Beasley did his thing. T. Rose went to the chip. A lot of the dudes that's hyped with the one and done shit, they usually do something. You know, they didn't even make the tournament out this motherfucker. And I was like, man, that's not something that right. Something that right. So that was always in the back. And I just, come on now. You can be a superstar, man. And you scared to get these buckets, man. You gotta be able to do your other shit to that level. Because, Rodman wasn't going to do no scoring, but who was going to get more rebounds than him? When it came to the shit that he was going to do, he was dominant. So, let's just, I hope the best for Ben. It probably is not going to work at Philly. He's probably going to have to go somewhere else. I don't know who else they can bring in to change that spot. You know who they can bring in that would be a good fit? Spencer Dinwiddie will be a good point guard. Him, Seth, and B, maybe Tobias Harris if you get shit. But you done lost Jimmy. You done gave that shit up already. Washington, who knows? Shout out to Wes Unseld Jr. Your dad is a legend in the Bullet/Wizards franchise. And I just want to see what you can do. Get Brad Beal out of there. You can't, man. He's putting up amazing, man. He's putting up amazing numbers. If you can put up that, 30-something points, and you shooting 48% from the field, you like that. And I think you should get another place somewhere. Same thing with Westbrook. But I don't think Westbrook, he got championship pedigree in him, but it would have to take other people. I don't think, I'm not trying to shit on Westbrook when I say I don't think he cares about listening to people. I don't think other people's opinions matter as far as coaches and teammates and stuff like that. I don't think he really gives a fuck what other people have to say. And he's just going to do what the fuck he want to do. Now, that isn't really conducive to championship ball. But I think as he gets older, I think it will start to alter. Because there's nothing that we can say. We know he's going to do his thing. That just goes without saying. But I would like to see homie get these wins in. The Knicks, y'all need a point guard, like bad. It got bad in the Atlanta series when they were looking for Derrick Rose to be the leading scorer. Nothing against D Rose. Big fan of D Rose. That's one of the biggest tragedies in basketball, watching that knee get fucked up numerous times. But Julius got to step his shit up because people are going to be aiming at you. You the star now. People are going to be working to try to stop you. And after they watch this Atlanta series, my nigga, they don't think it's that hard no more. So you're going to have to work even harder to get to this spot, to keep this superstar shit. Atlanta, I'll be honest. When Atlanta was winning towards the end of the year, end of the regular season, I said, what the fuck is going on there? They already fired the coach. So rarely do you see teams improve after they got rid of the coach. And once I saw they had Nate McMillan, I knew what was up. He shouldn't have got fired. He shouldn't have got fired from that goddamn he shouldn't have got fired from the Pacers. They ain't had no business firing homie. It's not his fault that 1 year Oladipo got hurt and that fucked up one run. And then the next year in the bubble, Sabonis got hurt and that fucked that up. And Oladipo was coming back from the injury. That's not his fault. It's hard. I'd be hard pressed to find coaches that can get through that. But you seen what happened when he got a healthy squad. John Collins might fuck around and get a bag. Do I think he deserve it? Yeah, you deserve whatever you get when you going out there. Get this back. Get this money. They've been trying to keep this shit from us. Get this motherfucker. But if it was me, nah, I ain't paying that nigga. My pops want him on the Spurs, but I'm like, yo, I don't think that's the wave, man. He not gonna be that, that back wall defender that y'all looking for. That can either shut it down by filling the lane and altering shots, getting blocks and rebounds and stuff. That's not his game, man. For real, for real. I don't think it would work out well there. And let's just, how Pop get real. But Atlanta will only improve. And you figure Cam Reddish didn't come in to the last couple of games, and they ain't even had DeAndre Hunter, so they was missing most of their wings. Like, I want to say Hunter and Reddish were supposed to be the starters, and Bogdanovich and Gallinari was just doing their thing. So they got a good team. I want to see if they can keep that together, because they can pull some shit. I mean, they got Trae Young out there popping off. So it's something to look forward to. Miami was tired. The fact that they limped into the playoffs was something to marvel anyway, because I just really didn't, they were tired of shit. First of all, you played all damn near a whole year. Then you only had a month off with no real preseason, and then you jump right back into shit. They went from the bubble. Like, the motherfuckers was tired, man. So you got to sit your ass down sometimes and get this win back. I think they will be better next year, and I think they might be able to make a move or two. I wouldn't be surprised if they was back in the conference finals. I wouldn't. When it comes to Brooklyn, they just need to stay healthy. If they can find a way to stay healthy, and that's a tough task. If you can find a way to stay healthy and find role players that can fulfill the roles and do what they're supposed to do, you'll be all right. But outside of that, you just got to try to keep guys healthy. You got one of the best offensive teams of all time. It'd be difficult for people to stop you altogether. And only injuries was the only thing. Boston, Danny Ainge fired himself. He said, I'm going to step down and give it to Brad Stevens. And who did they pick up? Udoka? I don't know. He a Pop disciple, and, I don't know how that's going to go. Because if you go to one place, Bud looked like a decent coach one game, and then he looked like stir-fried shit the next. And Brett Brown, he was all over the place too. So who knows? But I know one thing's for sure. Go ahead and make Jason Tatum your star, your number one. Please make him the focal point of your offense. Make it light on yourselves, please. Because y'all keep flip-flopping between him and Jaylen Brown, and that shit is not going to work. Everybody knows the team is supposed to have that one. Middleton be hooping like a motherfucker, but Giannis is still the one. I mean, there's no argument there. Cut it the fuck out. Chill. So go ahead and make Tatum the one, so him and Brown can coexist and make this shit happen. You may have to get rid of Marcus Smart. You may, because you need something else there. I knew the Kemba shit wasn't going to work, because they traded him. Brad Stevens traded him the day he got the job. It was like he traded that nigga during the press conference. We'd like to introduce our coach, our new GM of basketball operations for the Boston Celtics, Mr. Brad Stevens. So, Brad, how do you feel about getting the job? Well, my first job as GM is trading Kemba Walker. I said, God damn, he can't give a fuck. I hope a team picks up Kemba. I hope you can get some wins, because as a Charlotte fan, I watched him waste his damn near half his career, or most of his career there. So I like to see him get a chance to do a little something with a better squad. But Boston, man, go ahead, man, and do something with these picks. Shit, that's part of the reason Danny Ainge fired himself. God damn, you got all these picks and all these fucking assets. Either trade for a superstar, or use this shit to get higher in the draft. Fuck. God damn. That shit get annoying after a while. You can't just be hoarding all this shit and you don't do nothing with it. I thought you knew what was up. No, on the West Coast, what I am is I'm just going through the teams that already been eliminated, and then I give you my thoughts on the finals. All right? Then, give you that. I'm going to get to that, good. Utah, man, y'all got to do something else. Very rarely does. Come on, man. The damn camera fucking up. Come on, cuz. What the fuck is going on here? All right, we back. Ugly ass nigga on me. Yeah, Poe. Prince on Madden. Prince was hoarding the shit out of picks, and you two niggas can't agree on shit anyway. So I knew them drafts, I knew them trades was not gonna happen at all. But I was gonna get some comedy from the shit. But back to the talk, black man. I'm sorry, but y'all gotta do something else. Y'all need somebody else out there that's gonna be able, maybe another star. Rudy Gobert got thoroughly exposed. Thoroughly, he showed that was that trash right there. He showed that if you go at him, it ain't nothing he can do about it. Like, who would have thunk it? Unfortunately, it was like that. The Brian Bosworth situation. For those who don't know, Brian Bosworth was a bad motherfucking linebacker at Oklahoma, fucking shit up, doing this thing. He got to the league and he was hyped, and the campaigns and all that shit. That's one of my first like sports memories was seeing Brian Bosworth because he was huge. Bo Jackson ran that ass over, and that shit was the beginning of the end for him. Just like Eric Lindros. Eric Lindros was fucking the NHL up. Physicality, getting buckets, doing his thing. Once somebody hit him back and them injuries started to show, that shit kind of went down. And he won't as hot shit as he was before. But it's kind of like punching the bully in the mouth. That's what this Rudy Gobert shit is like. Punching the bully in his mouth and figuring out, oh shit, he bleed just like the fuck this nigga. And that's what the fuck happened, man. But y'all gonna need another person to get some buckets. Y'all really need somebody else. Memphis, y'all got to do. Y'all better hurry and do something. You better go ahead and get this team better, and go ahead and sign Ja to this max deal early in the game, because he gonna fuck around and go somewhere else and make that team a contender instantly. You gonna fuck around and he gonna be gone, and that shit, and you gonna be back to the Memphis Grizzlies, back when y'all was in fucking Vancouver, not making the playoffs. The Clippers, I don't know what y'all gonna do without because I don't know what Kawhi gonna do. I don't think Kawhi gonna come back. Tyronn Lue showed some good coaching abilities, because when you're the head coach for a LeBron team, you're not the coach he is, for real. We all know that. So he showed some good coaching abilities, trusting the Terrence Mann, letting Reggie Jackson ugly ass get it in. And why are people defending him now? No offense to Paul George. I always said he could hoop, but after he broke that leg, something changed, and I don't think he's been mentally able to get that back yet. But I never really thought that he was the superstar that they were putting him out to be. And that's no disrespect to him. He's still a hell of a basketball player. But they were trying to put him in the, remember he was in that commercial with Kobe where the little kids was trying to find their new favorite basketball player? He was in that. They put him in there. The little kids were trying to find a favorite new NBA player. So they went and they looked for, they went and visited Paul George, Kobe, Kyrie, Durant, LeBron, and maybe Anthony Davis. I don't know if Anthony Davis was there. And they've Elena Delle Donne. Yeah. And I was like, okay, they trying to put him in the superstar role. But since he came back from that leg, has he been? Hell of a player? Definitely. I'll never take nothing against Paul George. He's had a great game. Got the handle, can bop, shot, still got athleticism, play some defense and all that shit. He just ain't your number one. And I hate the fact that Jay ridiculed the shit out of this nigga the last 2-3 seasons, calling him Pandemic P last year and no playoff P, because they let that shit slide when Joe Ingles was fucking him up when he played for the Thunder. When he played for the Thunder and the Jazz got the Thunder out of there and Ingles was fucking him up, they let that shit slide. And then all of a sudden, they want to start talking shit about it, right? He was that nigga then. He was the same player then that he is now. So it's not surprising to me that everybody don't come up here bashing the nigga now. I never believed for real that he was gonna be a top 5 player. That just wasn't in me. When he couldn't take over them games against LeBron, that was it for me. I was like, oh yeah, he a great compliment. He'll be a great filler to, be your championship team. But if you're thinking he gonna lead you to the chip, you are fucking sadly mistaken. But no offense to him. I mean, good luck, because I don't think he'll be able to keep Kawhi there. Shit, but who knows? Who knows with fucking Kawhi? That's one of my favorite sports figures. That's one of my favorite sports figures of all time. Never have I seen someone not give a fuck so much. He don't give a fuck what none of y'all saying. He don't give a fuck what none of y'all doing. He don't give a fuck what I'm saying. He gonna do what the fuck he want to do, and that shit is funny. That's my boy Dose here. He was a little better than Danny Granger only because Danny Granger got hurt. When Danny Granger tore his ACL the year before, that's what fucked it up. And it opened the door for Paul George to be the leader of the Pacers. But before then, Danny Granger was fucking people up before that knee got messed up. Who next? We got Dallas. Dallas got to do something. You just can't keep just letting Luka just do whatever. And it's something that's going on between Luka and Mark Cuban that made Carlisle just quit. Carlisle didn't even want to bother. He was ready to go because he left Dallas, and the next day he went to the Pacers with no hesitation. Matter of fact, he wanted to leave the job so bad, he was telling them who to hire because Jay Kidd, the new head coach, he was leaving talking about y'all need to go. When somebody leaves a job and tells you who to fill the position with, come on, man, something won't right. And I don't know what it is. Maybe Cuban don't feel like forking over the bread, or maybe the pandemic had, fucked up some people paper for real, but they can't do everything they want to do, but they missing. Chris Tapps ain't Chris Tapps no more, man. I don't know. It's just something mental. He's not going to be the same dude he was for New York, man. And we love Porzingis in our crew. Matter of fact, we call fucking broads Chris Tapps and her Porzingis. So we love Chris Tapps where we around here. So we just, we wishing him the best, but it just ain't been flowing like, it's something just ain't right after the injuries. And I don't know what it is, but it's something that I've seen my whole career watching sports. So, wish a homie the best, but that shit ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to do something else. Tim Hardaway Jr. is not a number 2. He's not a number 2. And I think you fucked up when you got rid of Dennis Smith Jr. I think you did, because he would have been able to be that person that helps when Luka don't need the ball in his hands, because he don't need the ball in his hands the whole damn game. Shit, not every fucking possession. No. But when shit gets tough and y'all need a bucket, then, because they not prepared for that, because you've been hitting them with other shit. Been hitting them with Dennis Smith, with the pick and roll with Tapps, running curls, Tim Hardaway. They not even trying no other shit. Give it to Luka. Let's see what we can happen. That shit ain't gonna work in the long term, man. So y'all just gotta go do some shit. And you got rid of Curry. That Steph Curry not signing him, that bitch all in the ass. Denver. Denver's kind of weird. I don't know if it's coaching. We know Jamal Murray is the glue to that team, because when he got hurt, that shit started crashing. Because they need a solid combo guard that can run the offense and shoot. If you can run the offense and shoot, that would help Luka out a ton. And I think you would need a big that's a better rebounder. Because I ain't got nothing against guards getting rebounds, but I would much rather, unless you have like Russell Westbrook athleticism where you can outrun people, I would much rather, and Luka don't, I would much rather him be waiting at the half court mark, waiting on that outlet pass from the rebounder. And then you got the defense off balance. Now you got the defense fucked up because, they don't have to sit back and get back and wait for you to do, wait for his ass to come up the court and set up shit like that. If he got it at half court, then you already at the disadvantage because you're not going to be able to get everybody back. But Denver, what y'all need to do is just, well, first of all, you got to get to the point where you got to get Michael Porter Jr. comfortable being the man. He may not be the man for the team, but you have to make him think he is so he can play like that throughout the whole time. because he's trying to get his mental back together because he's going through shit he's never gone through before. Michael Porter Jr. was the man in high school, all that shit. He got hurt, never really been hurt before. Missouri totally fucked up on the medical side of the game, so he had to get over that shit, and it's been a slow climb back. He's got to get his confidence back. Yeah, so while he could be amazing, but they have to, this shit here is important to help people get back in the mental. They kind of fuck, like, it's kind of like the Kawhi thing. They lose trust when they know you're doing shit like that. Like Isaiah Thomas said in all the smoke shit, when he found out Boston's doctors were fucking up and not putting him in the position, you know, letting him play on some fucked up shit, you lose the trust and it fucks with you up here. So he has to get that shit. Like his mental is fucked up. He's never been hurt before. This shit hurt. It was really fucking up his game and, you know, really messing up his game. He couldn't be who he wanted to be. And now that he's coming back physically, getting it right, you got to get the mental right. He may not be the man, Murray the man, but you have to look like, Jokic is technically, Jokic is the man, but you need Murray out there for them buckets. A bucket getter will damn near always be the one because that's the guaranteed bucket. All right. Kobe was amazing, but Shaq in that guaranteed bucket holds a lot more weight. So, and if Michael Porter can get in that position, because I'm pretty sure Jokic don't mind at all, you know, just passing it off to, you know, Porter Jr. and Murray and just getting funky, doing it like that. Bam, we got you. Bam, we got you. The Aaron Gordon trade, I thought it was going to work. I don't know. He's not confident, man. He's not. It's just we just don't see it. I've said it. I've said plenty of times. There's no reason why he couldn't have a career of a Shawn Marion. They damn near the same player, just different builds. Both athletic, bouncy motherfuckers who can play. They can do small ball bigs, or they can go on the wing and do some shit. He worked hard to make himself a decent shooter, but I don't, like I said, I think his confidence is shot too. It's yeah, see, Savad, yeah, he went back, and that fucks with the psyche. So he has to get himself mentally prepared. And if I'm the coach, I'm doing like Monty Williams does Ayton. Have y'all seen when Monty Williams be telling Ayton, you the man, you a beast, you can do that shit? Somebody need to do that with Michael Porter Jr., and I respect that. You have to do that with young players because that young confidence, that psyche can be altered so quickly. And, you know, you don't know which way they're going to go if you don't play this shit the right way. And he needs to be. And I'm telling you right now, if somebody was feeding his confidence, oh my God, we talking about a guaranteed 30. It's damn near on some Durant shit. You know how people can't fuck with Durant's shot because he's 7 feet. It's smooth and it's quick. Porter, he's jumping. He's 6'11" and jumping on a jump shot. It's going to be hard to defend. So, I mean, the pieces are there. I mean, they're just going to have to do what they got to do to work the shit out. Portland, yeah, it ain't going to work. Dame came out and said that he's not asking for a trade. And I believe him. I think he doesn't want to leave, but he want to see something. And I don't think that owner has the bread to be doing that. For real. Well, first of all, one thing that fucks him up is Nurkic keep getting hurt. When Nurkic get hurt, that fucks up a lot of shit. So that fucked up a lot of the flow. And then CJ got hurt. When his right hand man got hurt, that kind of fucked shit up. And when they, you know, like Simons came in, he did good. Norman Powell did a good job when he came in. But sometimes you can't just use scouting or just use shit like that. Sometimes you just got to go out there. As soon as I would have saw Jimmy Butler was available, fuck it. I'm giving this nigga the bag. Him, Nurkic, and Lillard, you can't tell me that's not a good team. You can't tell me that's not a team that's a threat. Maybe not a threat to win the championship, but the conference finals is not going to be out the fucking question if you got Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Nurkic. I dare y'all to tell me that shit wouldn't work. And if you got to get rid of CJ, you just get rid of him. But you're replacing this dub easily. It's difficult for them to be that great when, you know, or be good as they want to be if the other pieces don't do it. Shit, you got a fucking arguably a top 5 player, guaranteed bucket, superstar, doing his thing. He needs his Robin. Yeah, the Nurk, he keep getting hurt. That's the only thing. But y'all need to go find this Robin. Y'all need to, and y'all know what it is. Sign somebody, trade, do whatever the fuck you got to do to get this man, this Robin, because he gonna pull some Josh shit. Savad, I mean, you can get decent defenders, but you don't have to go out here and just get funky with it. You don't have to go crazy. Like Nurkic being hurt fucks the defense up. That's one thing. And then you don't have who is the power forward. I would have to look at that. Look, I got to look at the phone just to figure out who the fuck their power forward is. I haven't not the slightest clue. I couldn't even tell you. Anybody know who this is? I shouldn't have looked at this shit. This shit trash. But they don't. They just don't. It's got to be some extra pieces, man. And Dame is trying hard, but they need one dude there. Yeah, they definitely need that. And that's why I said that Jimmy Butler should have worked. And I'm pretty sure it will be somebody. If you were to bring somebody, you know who's available? Kawhi. Oh, Covington's the power forward. Okay. He's a good defender, but maybe not as much on the wing and at the point as, you know, as Savad is saying. I understand what you're going with it, Savad. And I don't think Covington is not the same. If you know what made Covington so good? Embiid. Embiid setting him up on defense and offense to make shit happen because he was good at Philly. That's somebody they should have never got rid of. They missing a lot with that there. But what was I saying? They're gonna have to get somebody. I wouldn't be surprised. I got draft picks and fuck it. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go all out. I wouldn't even lie. I'm a pitch to Kawhi because he's a free agent. I don't give a fuck. So, you know, hey, that's what it is. If I got a chance to pull somebody like that, I'm gonna go out there and look. I got to, because I can't have a superstar leave. Because starting from scratch is the bullshit. Like they said in Martin, when you got to start from scratch, you got to go all the way to the other end, my nigga. Fuck all that. I'm not trying to do that. And for Portland, you don't have time for this shit. You don't have time for no rebuilds. You're already a cursed franchise because, you know, Bill Walton's knees and the Jailblazers and the bullshit with the referee cheating and all that other shit. And what's the name of the other junk? Then Greg Oden and Brandon Roy. Like, you already a snake-bitten franchise. So starting from scratch probably ain't your best bet. The Lakers. Oh, yeah, Sam Bowie. Sam Bowie could hoop, too. I mean, he going to be known as a bust, but them knees was shot before he even got there. So Sam Bowie was already fucked up before he even got there. And for those who say, well, how could you pick him over Michael Jordan? That's like what the hell they doing right now. It's just like what's happening in this draft. Sam Bowie was a 7-footer who could defend the rim, run the floor, and hit the three. Jordan couldn't even hit the three like that in college. Won't even shooting at threes like that. So I'm not saying you have to pick Bowie over him, but don't look and make it seem like they picked a hobo off the street and said he was better. It's just like now. Evan Mobley can run the floor. He can hit jumpers. He got good defense. But then you got Jalen Green behind him, who is a uber athlete, my nigga. Not a good athlete, not a great, but a uber athlete. So it's all depends on what you're going to slide with. Now, the Bowie shit is different because Bowie knees was fucked up. Shit, he even had the red shirt a year. Like, god damn, that's how old school this shit is. He had the red shirt a year with the fucked up knee just to come back to school. But the Lakers, y'all just got to get healthy. And y'all just got to find that one more piece. If LeBron and AD playing, I mean, it's hard to even go against that. And for the bench, get the ball to Taylor and Horton Tucker. Please, just give him the ball and let him get funky. Just please, because you're just wasting his fucking time right now. Because you're going to pull the same shit. I'm going to call that shit the job move. He going to go somewhere. He going to go somewhere that actually wanted him to play. Go actually give him the ball, let him get funky, and you're going to miss out on all that shit. Yeah, O'Neal, Kuzma ain't it. Kuzma ain't it. And like somebody said, I want to say when it comes to arenas, I want to say a reason said about Kuzma. There's a reason he was at school that long. Because if he was better, you would have came out earlier. If AD even plays, yeah, you know how it is with AD. It's never the whole year, but it's a convenient injury that just happens out this month. Like a convenient, not convenient to him, but it just conveniently happens at a time when you need him and shit. Like when he was with New Orleans, he just get hurt when they trying to make a playoff push and shit like that. But you need somebody else that's going to be able to help take some of that load off of them. I don't know who they can get. The Schroeder shit didn't work. Yeah, they're gonna get Kuz out of there. But the thing is, people have seen him falter. Who's gonna take him? Now, granted, there are a few teams that are perennial fuck-ups who will make a deal for players like this. I'm looking at my Charlotte Hornets. Orlando Magic, you are also a candidate. Teams who just perennially are trash. Who Phoenix before James Jones got there. Savard, that's just Savard, the niggas that's called natural selection. God didn't select you to be a haunting basketball player. He got you for this technology, man. Because I bet you better on this goddamn technology than they are. For real. So Savard, I mean, hey, you just take what you can get, bro. Yeah, give Taylor Horton Tucker that burn, man. Don't be telling us how good he is and don't play him. That should be trash. If he go to the Bulls, nigga, put him next to LaVine. That's a wrap. And some people got Zach LaVine going to LA. I don't know, man. If you need the ball in your hand, playing with LeBron might not be the way. Now you're gonna win because he's gonna put you in the position to make the right, to make the right play. But as far as being a superstar, we all seen it, man. You got to be a talent like Kyrie. Somebody, Kyrie's a bucket, plain and simple, and it's hard for you to stop him, even with him not having elite athleticism like that. He knows how to finish with each hand. He can move and all that other shit. So LaVine, I don't know, man. Can you be off ball? I mean, if you're going to be a corner shooter. He did it to Bosh. He did it to Love. Now, if you want to stay a star, this ain't going to be the wave. They also put DeRozan in there, too. They said they could be trading for DeRozan. It might work. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not. I don't have anything like that. I'm not going to say it's not going to work, but it would be tough money because he a mid-range guy. Not really a lot of plays. He not running around no curls and picks and shit like that no more. Pick and roll, like he just catch your ass on the elbow for that jump. If that worked for LeBron, then that just worked for him. Like I said, because he's going to do what he has to do to make sure to put you in the right position for the right play. You may not be an all-star, but we're going to do something with it. So I don't know. Do y'all have anybody that probably would be good in this position? Because I can tell you this right now. As a point guard, because I knew Schroeder wasn't going to get the ball. So, see, the thing is, when you have somebody like that with that guard, that point guard, it's a rhythm. I've always had the ball in my hands. I've always brought the ball up. There's no way I can get a rhythm running beside him and then just standing on the wing. I can't get in my rhythm. I ain't dribbling. I ain't doing shit. Schroeder would be good at Dallas. Because he still is like a decent defender. And he would be good at Dallas to help Luka with some of them the point guard duties. Lonzo. Damn. You taking the ball out of his hands, though, O'Neal. And when you're taking the ball out of the hands of a guy like that, that's a point guard, it's kind of different. And he's going to turn into a spot up shooter. Granted, he's worked hard as shit to get to the point where he can be a spot up shooter because the jump shot was on some other shit beforehand. Man, do you take the ball out of his hands and risk fucking up him as it goes around? Well, Slide, you can't say he can't go to Dallas just because you don't want him there, just because you think he ass because you watched what he did with the Lakers. All right. Like, I mean, hey, man, that's just what it is. And the bad thing is usually after LeBron's done with you, that's why I said it took like a special talent like Kyrie, because everybody else that leaves, Lonzo to the Bulls, that's a good fit. I can't even lie to you. It's a good fit. I don't know what the hell y'all gonna do with the front court, because Lauri Markkanen, I don't know. Yeah, Reese, he likes to make the right play, Reese. But playing with LeBron, the right play means that he has to be a wing shooter, and he doesn't been bringing the ball up his whole life. Do you fuck up his rhythm as a basketball player? But whenever he on the court with LeBron, who's gonna be bringing up the ball? And once you get past a certain spot, he's gonna be dishing it off. Lauri was supposed to be that guy, but I don't know if it was the injury or maybe the Negroes had got to him or something and fucked up his confidence. It's just something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's missing. But they're gonna put you in position to make it happen, and he just ain't been doing it. I don't know who the Lakers could grab to make it better. I don't know. Levine and Ball, I like to see that Shalimar back. He's there with the two light skin. Howard Hewitt and Mickey Freeman. You stupid, yo. I knew you was gonna come in with some ignorant shit. Oh shit. What's happening with Zion? Nothing happened with Zion. He played on the team with a horrible fucking coach. Stan Van Gundy. Hey man, it comes a day and an age. This NBA is new. It's different. These kids are different. Not different in a bad way, but just different in general. They built different. They wired different. You can't have this old ass coach with these old ass sensibilities and basketball ideas. You can't do that with this young ass team. It doesn't help. If you can adjust to what these guys young players are doing now, the fuck. Get that old motherfucker out of there and go get some youth. They should have been gave Chauncey Billups that job, or Brian Shaw, or anybody. Like Zion gonna do his thing, plain and simple. But yeah, Flip. I did outdated ideas, man. That just don't work. This shit didn't. Yo, don't ask me about them hoop earrings, nigga. They in a bag, in a jewelry bag over there by my sink. I'm spitting and all that shit. Y'all trash, man. I got Morgan Freeman coaching. That's pretty much what it is. These niggas got James Earl Jones out there. You don't call her, you deliberately disobeyed me. Like, nigga, we can't have that old shit out there, man. We gotta, no, man. You gotta bring the young boys in here. That's what they're here for. If you can't adjust, you gotta get the fuck on, man. But with Zion got the same thing. Y'all better make this team better. I hurry up and get him this damn bag. He gonna get the fuck out of there, and he gonna shine somewhere else. Because young boys, they don't wait no more. LeBron changed the game. They not gonna be that Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing type shit, man. They not gonna retire without no chips, man. They not doing that shit no more. They gonna get the fuck out of there. So you better tighten the fuck up. With the finals, with the finals, it's interesting because I don't think Coach Bud like to take losses and then adjust from there. And one thing that has changed, and it's really showing, captains ain't singing. Oh no, no, the captain don't sing with the ship no more. Hell no, they don't do that shit no more. But the thing that I want to give props to Jrue Holiday. Now, nowadays, you can't really shut people down on offense, and that shit is just a ridiculous thought anyway. You can't shut nobody down. There's no way that you're going to go out here and you play Zach LaVine. The team may be trash, but there ain't no way in hell you're gonna hold them to like 6 points. It's not gonna happen. He gonna get this dub. Now, if he go 10 for 26 to get it, you did a good job. If you're going 15 for 20, fucking you up that way, that's different. So it would be hard for you to, so Holiday, I think, is doing a great job on defending Chris Paul, and his confidence is, like Reese just said, showing up on offense because he has the game to do it, but I don't think anybody's demanding anything out of him because they didn't demand anything out of him at UCLA, and he wasn't the number one guy, so he just coasted because he fell out of the lottery at the end of it. Same thing at Philly. He made the All-Star team. Then they traded this nigga to start the process. So he was just fine in New Orleans, just toiling away. Just, he's not going to force the issue like that because he's just a chill dude like that. But he is showing up and he playing Middleton. I seen the Middleton cycles in people Discord, and hey, hey, it's like that. Yeah, he doesn't show up for a game or two, but when he does, that shit crazy. And the injury is forcing you. Yeah, but that's how it has to be anyway. That's one of the things that makes LeBron great, is that, yeah, he could go out here and get 50, but I much rather give this other guy 20 because I know if I can get him this 20 right now, he's confident to do that every damn game. And it don't always have to be on my shoulders. So that's what Giannis is discovering right now with the injury. Like, you don't have to go out here and get this 40. You got players that'll help you get to it. I'm kind of glad that he kind of let Lopez sit his old ass down and got Portis out there doing this thing. Because I think Bobby Portis could easily be an 18-8 player on any other team. Probably 20-10 if the team's sorry enough, because he's always been able to ball. But he got fucked up in the league when he beat up Mirotic, and they showed favor to Mirotic instead of Brian Portis, and that shit rolled with him for a long time till now. But he's showing up. Shit, the way they got in there. Who was that game where Lopez had 8 dunks? I have never seen Lopez dunk that much in his whole career. And and I used to use him back when he was with the Nets in 2K. He won't dunking like that then. Shit. So but he figured out he was 7 feet and I could touch the rim. Oh shit. Yeah, he did. He fucked up Mirotic. Now I don't know what Mirotic did. I know it's a bull. Paul, what do you call him? The N-word or something? But it really wouldn't matter because we seen Bobby Portis. He looked crazy in the face any goddamn way. So is that really somebody you want to be talking, because you already know what the fuck is going to happen. You're going to have an altercation if you fuck with him. So, but they're looking good, man. I like the way they're playing. They're adjusting. I think they're adjusting as a team, and that as much as what the coach is telling them. With the Suns, even if you don't win, my nigga, pat it on the back. Let's do the old shit that they used to do in the Little Rascals, the hip hip hooray shit. Man, that team was trash not that long ago. They was absolutely buns not that long ago. And I couldn't have been the only one that was confused when CP3 signed with the Suns. Shout out to James Jones for being the GM and getting him over there, because I guess he felt like he could get him over that hump. I didn't know that it would be this big of a hump. And granted, this playoffs, it's probably been one of the most superstar injured playoffs I've seen in a long time. I've never seen this many number one players go down. Like, a lot. Like, that shit was crazy. I thought Giannis was going to go down too. And he might be pulling off some miracle shit, and he might actually be fucked up. But it helped. And one thing that CP3 does everywhere he's been is he's made players better. He made DeAndre Jordan go out here and steal some bags from teams. Blake was an all-star. The players was just looking great around him. Same thing when that one year he took OKC to the playoffs. He had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looking great and all that shit. That's just what he does. He make players good. So I didn't think I knew they weren't going to be trash no more. I knew they was going to make the playoffs when they got him. But he is helping, like I said, and Monty Williams is doing a hell of a job too. Speaking of which, the Pelicans. You had Monty Williams. You got talent, young talent that he can relate to. We've seen how he's worked with the younger players for the Suns. And I mean, they down right now, but come on now, let's cut them a break. Cam Johnson is looking good, even outside the three-pointers. Ayton is affecting the game, even without getting buckets. That's what the good coaches do. And you could have had him there with that core of Lonzo, Brandon Sleepy Eye Ingram, and big-ass Zion. Sometimes it seems like you motherfuckers don't even want to win. Matter of fact, I'm going to put you on that team that don't give a fuck list with my sorry-ass Hornets and the goddamn Orlando Magic. And there's got to be another one who's sorry as shit for no reason. Because the Knicks just made the playoffs, so we can't even put them in the poll no more because Dolan just don't give a good goddamn. But the Suns is hooping, man. This won't be the last. I'm glad the No, I won't say the Pacers because they made the playoffs last year. And the horrible coaching is what kept them out of course, Flip. Hell yeah, they about to sign Jello. And I want to let everybody know this nigga Maurice Horton ain't shit in the chat. He is trash. Nigga, how dead? Nigga, I was trying to keep it in the basketball rim, all right? I already cooked this goddamn team back when we did the draft, all right? And I know. Go back and watch the goddamn episodes. These niggas been getting on my nerves my whole life. I'm sick of it. And now, see, look, he done started a goddamn rant. Now, Coach K retiring. Now, the only team that win every goddamn year that I can at least trust to make the playoffs, these motherfuckers about to be sorry. Miami was signed an Adidas contract. Now they shit. I hate watching that goddamn logo on that orange uniform. The Raiders stink. The Hornets stink. The Tigers stink. Fuck y'all. This shit is over.